is up, YouTube? It's RS Mario, and it is that time of year again. It is time for a brand new season of anime, and it should be hitting in about a week, roughly, if this video comes out on time, which, knowing me, it probably won't, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Like my motto, man, better late than never. So, of course, we'll be going by the same system we always go by with these seasonal ratings. We have Take a Chance, which is pretty self-explanatory. It means that the preview and the synopsis look good enough that it could be interesting, but it also could be very, very lame. Then, of course, we have Dark Horse, which is these shows are more than likely going to be good, but there are much better things this season. And then, of course, there is the gotta watch shows, which, simple, you have to watch these. These are the shows of the season. So, let's get started.
Had to treat him like a coast guard, had to save him, bro. Oh, yeah. Wakaki!
Alright, so I can't really say this one, but it's Kochouki, Wakaki, Nobunaga. I know the Nobunaga part. I think everybody knows Oda Nobunaga. But yeah, so basically this one is supposed to be like a kind of aesthetic, dramatic retelling of the story of Oda Nobunaga and his rise to power and probably his death. I mean, again, I'm into historical anime. I love historical anime. Even though the last time they made an anime about a historical person, let's just say they ended up turning it into like a demon-fueled thought that needed senpai's sweet juices in order to fight. And that was Joan of Arc. So I can just imagine what they do to Oda Nobunaga.
Seiya, burn your Cosmo.
Throughout history, there have been warriors called knights.
The winner will win the symbol of knighthood, this Pegasus armor.
Men and women with powers unlike anything else you've ever seen. Today, a new generation of knights control the fate of the world.
So this one's kind of self-explanatory. It's Knights of Sidonia, not Knights of Sidonia. Wow, Knights of the Zodiac, Saint Seiya. They're essentially like they're like a group of like power warriors, and they protect Athena. Essentially, it's Saint Seiya. Okay, the anime is pretty old. It's a Netflix exclusive, and a lot of people kind of got mad because Netflix put it in CG. I'm gonna try it out. I want to give it a shot.
海水を飲むのはダメだ。塩分が含まれているから、飲んだ以上に水分が失われる。ほら、君らも。あとちょっとだ。頑張っ。誰かなんか楽しい話題とかさ。その時飲んだヤシの実にはいっぱいジュースが入ってて。地球の円周が約4万キロですから、3平方の定理に代入すると、1年の時から学年1位を譲る。ダメだー！私が遭難したのはこれが初めてではない。そうなんでしたー！
Are you lost? No, really, are you? Okay, I don't know where that joke was gonna go, but yeah. So basically, this one is an adventure comedy seinen, which is weird. It's kind of a weird combination of things. But basically, these chicks crash. They have a plane crash on a deserted island, and they decide to kind of live there. And this is kind of like their slice of life story. It's pretty interesting. You know, these regular chicks, regular Japanese high school chicks. Again, it could be funny or it could be lame. Thus, why it's on this list.
どんな無能でもわかる。
才なき仮面のロードであってもね。
願望機をめぐる戦い、聖杯戦争に参加した。そうだね。
And the last one in the Take a Chance category is Case Files of Lord El-Melloi II. So this one is kind of like a mystery series. The interesting thing about this is it actually takes place in the Fate universe, but it doesn't involve like like summoners or anything like that. It just takes place in the same universe as all the other stuff. So it takes place in the Fate universe, but there's no Holy Grail War right now. So I mean, again, interesting take on an interesting universe.
All my diamonds, they be hitting hard. Try to play me, boy, that's a scrimmage.
So now we finally got to this one. So To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts is the Mappa show for this season, and essentially it sounds just like Fairygon. Like during a protracted civil war that pitted the North against the South, outnumbered Northerners used dark magical arts to create monstrous super soldiers called Incarnates. Now the war has ended and those sacred beasts must learn how to make their way in a peaceful society or face death at the hands of a beast hunter. So it's essentially like maybe a darker version of Fairygon, which is like, okay, this won't be the first time we see something similar to something else this season. But I'm like, okay, well, who copied who? I mean, did A1 copy Mappa or did Mappa copy A1? I mean, because technically, this show is a manga adaptation, whereas Fairygon is an original series. So I guess technically A1 copied the manga copy, but technically though, everyone's gonna think that Mappa copied A1 because A1 did it first. But it should be interesting though. I mean, I would say the character designs aren't as cool or as the ones from Fairygon, but I will say the monsters look better though. So, and not to mention it's Mappa. So I mean, they have been on a roll lately. So definitely gotta check this one out. So this one right here essentially is like a buddy cop like TV show, but it's got like fantasy elements. So it's like a regular cop who is like the straight person of this group, and then you've got like the other cop is like a fairy like chick from another world. You know, she's like a magical girl almost from like another world, and they have to kind of work together solving supernatural cases. To me, that alone just sounds fun. I mean, it doesn't, look like it's gonna be amazing, but it sounds fun though. It's an action, fantasy, magic, police, sci-fi. So you know how I love my police shows. So this one, I'm definitely gonna check this one out. So, Astra Lost in Space, aka Gravity the Anime. So this one takes place in the year 2061. Space travel is now possible and commercially viable, and the students of Karad High School embark on their planet camp. But soon after Group B5 arrived at their planetary campsite, a mysterious, unforeseen, sentient light sphere warps its 9 members into the outer space, into outer space, stranding them 5,012 light years away from their home planet. So they got some Voyager thrown in with the gravity. So with the discovery of an old, unmanned spaceship nearby, the students must stay strong and manage their limited resources to remain united in the darkness of space. This right here looks pretty good. All right, and it's not like a Netflix exclusive or something. I mean, it's Gravity meets Voyager, the anime, with waifus. Like, you can't lose here. Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest. So this is, I think, the first of a couple isekai on this show. There's like 5 isekai this season. I only picked out a couple of them because a couple of them are the only ones that really look different and interesting. So this one on the surface looks like straight up isekai. Like, I mean, essentially a class gets transported to another world. And of course, our main character dude ends up with the lame power of like transmutation or synthesis. He ends up transmutation, and it's like, so it's one lame skill. It sucks. He sucks, and everybody, you know, they pick with him. It's essentially Shield Hero again. But the thing is, this one is supposed to be like darker and kind of brutal. This is the thing that you don't really get in a lot of like isekai, because isekai is supposed to be like this power, you know what I'm saying, fantasy that you can kind of like put yourself into. So if it's like all dark and f***ed up, you know what I'm saying, it's like, oh, I don't want to put myself into that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this should be the interesting isekai of the season, but not the only one I picked on this list though. Are you ready for this?
100% の晴れ女？行こう。雨。雨。雨。雨。雨。ねえ、今から晴れるよ。夢に僕らでを張って来たるべき日のために夜を越えいざ期待だけ満タンであとはどうにかなるさと肩を組んだ。
Alright, so I did pick a movie for this list. And I don't usually do this because it always takes forever for the movies to get here. Like, we still don't have, like, freaking City Hunter movie from, like, 2 seasons ago. Okay? and the freaking Legend of Galactic Hero movies. Like, y'all slacking on these movies, Japan. But Weather With You is the new movie from Makoto Shinkai and Comics Wave. Of course, I have to talk about this because I didn't get a chance to review friggin' Your Name, which I'll probably have to do now to set up for this movie, even though technically Your Name is not connected to this movie. But, I mean, they're Makoto Shinkai films, so I think I'm going to have to review that one day. The movie is about a boy and a girl get their destined baffled What is up with these synopsises, people? It literally says, get their destiny baffled during the era where the weather gets messy. So, Hotaka Murasaki, a high school student who ran out of the house in an island far away from Japan, met with Hina Amino, a girl with a mysterious power who can make the weather sunny just by praying. So she literally prays the rain away. So that should be interesting. Of course, I mean, it looks amazing. And it's Makoto Shinkai back at it again, animating the rain. We all know how he just makes rain look amazing. So this one right here, this is my isekai of the season. All right, it's gonna be funny, it's gonna be cool, and they have waifus. One milfu in particular is, do you love your mom and her 2-hit multiple target attacks? Okay, I first heard about this, I was like, really? So we went from like sisters to moms now? Come on, Japan. And it's an isekai? Really? Are we just mixing the worst traits of anime? You know what I'm saying? But this one looks funny. It says, just when Masato thought that a random survey conducted in school was over, he got involved in a secret government scheme. As he was carried along with the flow, he ended up in a game world. As if it wasn't enough, shockingly, his mother was there as well. It was a little different from a typical transported to another world setting. They're even kind of self-aware. So you gotta give them points for that. That's gonna be good. Fire Force. So this one is the other one that's similar to something else. So Fire Force essentially is a story about this firefighter-like group of people, and they have these special abilities that allow them to fight these kind of like fire demons that are like inside of people, and they just make people spontaneously combust and turn into these fire monsters, and they have to kill them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? It sounds cool. It looks cool. It's being done by David Productions, so it's being done by the JoJo guys, so you know it's going to be over the top. The thing is, this sounds exactly like frigging Promare, the Trigger movie that came out, I think, was last month, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, it came out in Japan, so no word on when we get a sub or dub version in America. But yeah, who copied who? I mean, technically Fire Force was a manga, and I think Promare is an original work by Trigger. So I'm thinking that they probably saw the manga and was like, hey, that would be cool. Let's make something similar to that. And then, you know, Dave Productions was like, yo, this manga looks cool. Let's make an anime out of it. It just happens that Trigger finished first.
1164億2706万5動けなくなってから現在およそ3689年158日。石化や復活の原理も科学的に突き止めてゼロから文明を作り出すんだ。科学の力で人類全員漏れなく助けてやるよ。そそるぜこれは。
Dr. Stone. So I heard about the Dr. Stone manga a long time ago, a couple years ago if I'm not mistaken. So essentially it's for some reason everybody on Earth gets stoned. They get turned into stone, and these two guys, let's see, Taiju and Sinku break out of the stone under their own will. It's just the sheer power of their will. They break out of the stone and they're free, and they're going to bring back everybody with the power of science. But of course there are other people who break out as well who have different ideas. So it's kind of like a shonen. It's basically the shonen of the season. We always gotta have one big shonen, but this one seems pretty interesting.
遥か西、海の向こうにヴィンランドという名の土地がある。そこは暖かく豊かで、奴隷商人も戦の炎も届かない遠い地。そこなら誰も追っては来れない。
ヨウムの戦士たちよ、私はここだ。大きな戦が始まります。あなたも参戦するのです。トルフィン。
So this is my show of the season. Like, I'm guaranteed to review this show. I'm gonna write it on the wall somewhere to review this show. I'm not gonna forget this one. And it's Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga follows... They don't say his name in the synopsis. Wow. Thank you, Wit Studio, or technically Mao. But for 1,000 years, the Vikings have made quite a name and a reputation for themselves as the strongest families with a thirst for violence. Thorfinn, the son of one of the Vikings' greatest warriors, spends his childhood in a battlefield, enhancing his skills in his adventure to redeem his most desired revenge against his father's murderer. So this actually sounds a lot like The Last Kingdom. I think it's a Netflix show. I know it's on Netflix. I don't know if it's a Netflix original, but it sounds kind of like that because it's very similar to that, where the the people come in, they kill his dad. He ends up getting taken by them. He gets trained by them, and so then he wants to kind of like use his training to avenge his dad. That's the same thing, but just more epic because it's an anime. And I've been waiting for the Vinland Saga anime to come out for a long time. Like, I haven't read the manga because I heard a while ago that there was an anime in the works. So I was like, nope, I'm not going to read the manga. And then I heard it was going to be on Amazon. And then I was sad. But I got an Amazon account for Christmas. Well, to Christmas shop. So I do have an Amazon account. I can watch Amazon shows legally now. So that's awesome. So this is the season of anime. Tell me something that you're going to watch this season. Maybe put up the list of your shows of the season. Tell me something that I missed. And of course, share this with your anime loving friends. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, folks, keep it real.